You said stripping's not sex work?
No, because you're not fucking. I mean, I know as a stripper, I'm not fucking nobody. I'm up there getting undressed. I'm looking sexy as fuck so I can walk out with my motherfucking bands. I'm giving motherfuckers dances, but they ain't putting no dick and shit. They ain't licking my fucking pussy and shit. We not doing shit like that. That's for me, though. Like, that's what I see. Some strippers might, it's what each person got their rule, but as I strip, I'm not no fucking prostitute, because if I was a prostitute, I'll be out there fucking. I'll be like, hey, let's fuck. Let's go in the back. Let's fuck for this amount of money. Or let me come to your house and fuck you for this amount of money. No, I'm getting all my shit by shaking ass. Give me your motherfucking money. Let me give you a motherfucking dance. Tip me. Take me out on a date. Buy me some expensive bags. Give me motherfucking money. You feel me? So that's how I see. I just barely started stripping when I came out here to Miami.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever given a man a lap dance?
Fuck yeah.
Have you ever given him a lap dance and he, came?
Yeah.
How is that not sex work?
But that's not fucking. Like, he ain't fucking.
How is that not sex work?
When you say sex work, I think of somebody actually fucking.
That's prostitution. Prostitution is actually having sex for money. Sex work is using your sexuality for money.
Also looking sexy.
So yeah,
well, a lot of shit is sex work then. Like,
no, it's selling some type of sexual provocation for cash.
For money. That's
so I consider all of that to be prostitution.
So
but if you're saying hands off, I'm not, all I'm doing is showing them my body, this or that. Okay, great. But you also grind on them until they complete.
Yeah.
How's that not
happy?
That's prostitution,
sex,
right?
I think about fucking.
Well, hang on. Like, think about it logically. What's the goal of a prostitute sleeping with a guy? It's to make him do what?
But it's saying putting their shit inside.
Yeah, I know
shit.
that. I know what he's. But it's to make them do what?
That's prostitution.
It's to make them do what?
Yeah.
Nut.
That's what it's to make them do, right?
Yeah.
So if you're doing the same thing that they're doing on purpose.
That's not
prostitution.
Like that with everybody though. For me, I don't see it as no prostitute because I'm not.
I know
fucking.
You don't see it that way, but what else could it possibly be?
That's not that. I'm a stripper.
She's a dancer.
I'm a dancer. Yeah, I strip. Like, I'm not.
In order to make guys do what?
No, to make them throw their fucking money. I don't give a fuck about if they.
But why do they throw their money?
I gotta walk out with these bands tonight.
Why does a guy pay a prostitute?
Because you're being provocative. He's saying
you're
just
using
because you're being
Hang on. Why does a guy pay a prostitute?
To get off,
to get off, and if he's paying you and you're getting him off,
but I'm not getting. That's rare. That's rare.
You already admitted you have, right?
That's rare that happened though. That's rare.
Yeah, but you're trying. If he says, "I want you to grind on me," for sure, I'm gonna come. Are you gonna fucking take his money and do that shit?
If he's giving it
that's prostitution.
For the moment.
That's prostitution. How can it not be?
But I can see how you label it. But
well, how can you explain it to me? How it's different?
I feel like a prostitute is when somebody is selling a cat.
I don't want to hear that.
In a fuck way.
What if they're just giving blowjobs?
Yeah, I consider that too as a prostitute. Like, yeah.
Why? Because what does it do?
Because they're interacting with the sexual genitals.
Like you are when you grind on a guy's dick, right?
But I'm not sucking.
But you're grinding on his. What if a guy
and his clothes is on? He ain't pulling his dick out, and I'm sitting on top of the shit.
What if there's a guy out there who can't get off if he has sexual penetration of any kind? He can only get off if a girl's grinding on him. And so he pays you, and you come over and you grind on him to get him off.
So you consider that sex?
No, he's just saying there's weirdos.
Yeah, what else?
Like
well, what else is it?
Weirdos in the world like
that.
Well, no, it's not penetrative.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's not penetrative sex.
Sex is only when.
But it's a sex worker. You're using your sexual organs and his.
Have you heard the term dry humping?
But sex is only when
dry humping.
You actually involve in those actual parts. Like, you feel me?
So let me ask you this then. Let's assume you know what the term. I can't say it even on YouTube. SA. It's short for sexual. You know what that term is, right?
Intercourse.
SA.
No, I don't know what that is.
Sexual assault.
Sexual assault.
Okay.
We'll say it one time.
Okay, you know what that term means? SA. Now you know,
I know
right?
what that means.
If a man reached over and grabbed a woman's breasts, what would that be? SA.
Yeah.
Yeah, without consent. Hell yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Right. 100% it would be. Where's the penetration?
Ooh.
I don't know, but I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. In my eyes, I'm not ever never finna consider myself no prostitute. I just barely started stripping at the beginning of March. I already made 10 bands stripping out here in Miami,
we know.
shaking ass, doing all that.
No,
so I'm like, I'm gonna make my money till I get signed my
I understand the motivation for you. Let me extend an olive branch, right?
Yeah.
I get that your motivation is you don't care. If you stood up on a stage and guys just threw you money to just stand there, you would do that in a second, right?
Sexy ass body, yeah.
Yeah, but so would a prostitute.
Yeah.
Period.
But the difference is I'm not finna fuck.
Right, but you're doing the
I'm
exact
selling
same.
that dream. I'm selling that dream.
Let's say
I'm
she's
selling
a
that dream. I'm
stripper,
selling
not
that
a
dream.
prostitute.
Look at my motherfucking
It is
body. I'm
prostitution.
selling that
Yeah.
dream.
We just
You know?
make them come inside the pants.
It is prostitution.
Like a
It's so,
little
and let me give you an
between
example. Let me give you an example. A last example for your logic. If a man hired a prostitute, not a stripper, to come to his house and grind all over him until he came to completion, did she engage in prostitution?
See, I don't
Hang on.
even,
Just
to be honest
answer the
with you, I
question.
don't even know what an actually definition of a prostitute is.
In
Doesn't
general,
make you a prostitute
if I said,
because a man is horny.
If some guy came to you and was like, I bought a hooker last night, she came to my house and she grinded all over me until I came to completion. Would you say that she was a prostitute?
No, because I don't know what a prostitute is. So in my mind, I think a prostitute is somebody
If
that
you don't know what it is, how do you know you're not one?
He's telling you.
Okay, well,
How do you know you're not the thing if you don't even know what the thing is?
because I keep telling you, I just barely got
She
into
knows
doing
her
this shit.
idea.
I never
She has an idea of what she thinks. That's
did
what
this
she's
shit
saying.
before, so I'm like, I'm not sure what all the terms and what this
So he's
and that
telling
is,
you what it is, though.
Yeah, I'm
Alright, so see,
explaining.
now I know. Okay, now not surprised to, but
Yeah,
I don't got a problem with it because in my mind, I'm
just
like,
gonna
at
break
least
it
I'm not
down.
fucking.
I don't want you to have any illusions about what you're doing. You are a prostitute. Now,
a
you may
stripper.
not like to hear that,
I'm a stripper.
right? But I just logically walked you through every scenario I possibly can to demonstrate to you you are engaged in prostitution. You just call it a name because you don't want to admit
So what
it's
is
prostitution.
a stripper then? I'm
A stripper is a form of sex work and prostitution.
So anybody
It's
that's
basically
throwing
legal
it, that's shaking their
prostitution.
ass and somebody come up and throw
I have a
money, that's a
question.
prostitute.
So, okay, you know how GTA, right? Or you know how when there's like, you could take a stripper to the room and you could do something extra, right? You know how there's specific strippers that they don't engage in those extra activities. They just dance on the pole, right?
Yeah, most of them do though, don't they?
I'm just asking.
Hang on.
So
Most
is there
of them
like
do,
a
though, right?
is there a differentiation?
Let me
in
ask this.
that?
Let me ask this stripper. Most of them will engage in those extracurricular
Yeah, and
activities.
I don't. That's why I said I don't
know that
consider
you
myself
don't.
not being a prostitute.
I'm not saying you do.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining to you that if you'll grind on a man's penis until
I don't sit on the actual penis. I don't let them pull shit out. You can catch shit like that. They can keep their shit in, and I'll grind on top of your lap. But I'm not sitting on top of your penis because you could catch shit like that.
okay, but you'll still
I'm not
grind
catching
on them
shit.
until they come to completion.
Yeah,
That's
with
the point.
shit in his pants.
Yeah.
I grind on my nigga. So if I grind on my nigga and he throw money on me, I'm a prostitute.
Yeah. How are you not?
So if I'm married to my nigga, right, and I grind
Well, if you're
on top of
married,
him
you can't
and
be
he throw
engaged in
money, I'm a prostitute.
If you're married,
It's the
you're
same
not.
logic.
Listen, if you're married, you're not engaged in prostitution.
Can I ask you a question?
That don't
insane.
make sense. I'm not. I'm a
How does it not
stripper.
make sense?
I'm a stripper, baby. I'm a stripper.
I mean, if you were.
Hey, I'm a
married,
real
then it wouldn't-
estate agent, right? And if I
No,
go
you're a
out,
stripper.
No, you're not. No, you're
Wait,
not, bro.
during the day, here's my business card. During the day, when I do real estate, right, and I go out with a man, and I'm so sexy, I make him come in his pants. Does that make me a prostitute?
No, of course not, because your
This is
intentionality
my
was not
business
to
card,
do
by the
that.
way.
But the intentionality of
I own
you
my own
being
company.
a stripper and grinding on his penis is not to make it soft. It's not to make it soft.
But maybe I don't have to grind in your peanuts to make you come.
That's not the point.
Does that make me a prostitute
do you
if
know
I make
what-
you come in
Do
your
you know what
pants?
intentionality is?
Fuck.
What is intentionality? What does that mean? Like you have to have
So,
motivation and intentionality
What do
for
you
things.
think made society and all of this
Can you
like
please
that, man?
answer his question? Do you know what intentionality is?
It's
No,
okay
I
if you
don't speak English very well, yeah.
Okay, okay. So
intención.
you have to have
Intención.
motivation to do
Right,
something.
so what she's telling you is that she didn't intentionally wanted to
but
be a
she-
prostitute
she
because she
is.
did not want to have sex and
Yes.
charge for the money.
There is no way in the world that she does not think
So it's like
that
she
men are
didn't
handing
do
her
a
money
murder
so that they can get off now or
premeditated.
later to her. There's no
so how
possible
is she
way.
a prostitute if
No,
if
it's
he didn't
prostitution.
premeditate
It's
it?
cool. No, I've been off the topic. He could think that, but I know I'm a stripper because I know what I am doing and what I'm not finna do.
Go, Queen. You're fighting this so hard.
You got it.
Taylor,
Right.
are you okay? What do you think about this?
Taylor, do you want to be a
a stripper?
No, I do not want to be a stripper.
Please come on for one day.
I have morals now.
That answers your first question.
Taylor with the shots.
I'm sorry, no.
I'm proud of you.
Is stripping immoral?
Immoral? Yeah.
Did you grow up with your parents?
Is prostitution is prostitution immoral?
Yes.
Hey,
100%. I agree.
Is
Did you?
all sex work immoral?
Yes.
And is
I
all
agree.
sex work ultimately prostitution?
Yep. Do we get paid for it?
Okay.
Nah.
So my understanding of the definition of prostitution is like having sex for money, like actually having sex. So that's
Thank
why
you.
I don't consider
So
a
if
stripper.
a woman will show up at your house and jerk you off for money,
yeah, that's
she's not a prostitute?
okay.
touch
No,
no
that is a
dick.
prostitute.
Why? What made? I thought it was just sex.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to refine our answer now?
Okay, maybe it is.
So then utilizing the friction of the hand, how's that different than utilizing the friction of your pelvis to get them off?
Well, I was thinking, honestly, I wasn't thinking of like
Right.
strippers giving lap dances. I was just thinking them like on a pole.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't thinking they actually were like, I've never been to a strip club, so I don't really know what goes on. But I
So
was,
pure, so white.
I was thinking that they just like strip on a pole, but they don't actually touch each other.
Sure. Well, let's dive into that a little bit, right? There are places where men can go where women are behind like glass and they're taking their clothes off and those men are jerking off to that.
Really?
Is that prostitution?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
But in a strip
But they're
club,
not even touching them.
but in a strip club, you can't just start jerking off in like the middle
guess
of
what?
the club.
Well,
Webcam, OnlyFans, is all
it's all
there.
the same. It's all the same thing. It's through the looking glass, and they're jerking off. It's the same thing. So OnlyFans, by your logic, prostitution. Stripping, your logic, prostitution.
Yeah.
All sex work, essentially, by your logic.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wait, so Taylor, so you're single, right?
Yes.